Now the trick to hooking the PTO on this little thing is always engage the PTO. Then you can roll the shaft over by hand. It's a lot easier to hook up. Sloppy. I definitely need to clean the windows. I don't know what bird did that, but not a very friendly bird. This could be fun. It definitely does not take much to get this semi hung up. Now, given that this is the 5th or 6th load that's come out of this bin, I do already have the sweep in, which they're kind of a pain to wrestle in here. Basically, you crawl in that hole up there, scoop the door open just enough that you can get these panels out, and then slide the sweep in, hook it up, run an extension cord. You get the gist of it. So these beans are a lot dirtier than what I'd like to have, but the reason for them being dirty, there's just a lot of pods in them. There's pods in them because they were cut when they were still fairly green. There was rain coming in. Just wanted to get them out of the field in case it got muddy and turned off nasty, which it eventually did this fall. And honestly, it hasn't stopped raining since. So all in all, it's probably a good call, but they were 16, 17%, so they were on the wet side. Usually I don't like to cut beans over 15, but they were green. It was getting late. Just wanted them out of the field. So this is definitely the dirtiest bin out of all of them. Since this is a smaller bin, it's got a smaller sweep. It's not a power sweep or anything fancy like that. It's got a wheel on the end that's supposed to keep it moving along, but basically that wheel just sits there and doesn't burn out the entire time. So they wear down pretty fast. There's not much left to it, so I just walk behind it, take it along more or less. Now, it's not a two-man job sweeping the bin and loading the truck at the same time, but sometimes it would definitely help to have two people. Just about ran over right there. That'll be a full load. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that that pulley is not totally straight. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That last little bit's going to require a little bit of scooping before I tarp it. Call that good enough. And that's a load. Yeah, I may as well have used 2 pencils to try and clean that windshield off. I think I'm due for new wipers. Now the elevator that these soybeans are going to is about 60 miles away, which is a pretty decent haul for one load of soybeans. However, they are paying 22 cents over what market value is, so they have a 22 cent positive basis right now. which is the reason for going so far. I can't get that quite around here, so it pencils out better to haul them further and burn a little more fuel than it does to sell them locally and take a lesser price. Now, before taking off on a 60-mile trip, first I got to make sure I have fuel and air pressure, but after that, there's one more important thing, and that's to find a good radio station. Now, some of you might know how welcome of a sight this is. There's absolutely no line here whatsoever. So, those two big bins there, I believe, hold 1 million bushels apiece, which would be 1,000 semi-loads. So, they're a lot bigger than what they look. In addition to there being a grain elevator here, there's also a rock quarry where they unload a bunch of rock off the barges out there, which you can see them dipping off barges. The river's right down there. I wish I could load them as fast as I could dump them. So that load wasn't near as full as I thought it was going to be. I'm pulling out now. Weighed about 78,000 pounds, had just shy of 900 bushel on, so not a bad load. They were 10.5% moisture, so they were a little bit more dry than I would have liked them to be, but the wheels have been washed and we are headed back home. Except I can't forget the one thing I came down here for. This is the real thing I came down here for. Some Casey's pizza. So soybeans are actually a pretty cool crop because the beans that I took today could be turned into anything from biodiesel to crowns to printer ink to plastic and everything in between, whether that be food grade, soy milk. Literally, it's in everything. That, you know, the beans I took today were getting loaded directly onto a barge. They'll eventually make their way down the Mississippi, more than likely. They could be exported to literally any of the 7 continents, or, you know, used here domestically as well. So it would be neat to know. You know, I've always wondered when I take soybeans there just where they all end up at, but I don't know, maybe somebody smarter than me has an answer to that question. But hope you guys like this video. Again, just feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Last but not least, thank you guys for watching.